because this is something that Jen has been harping on, because Jen is Jewish. And
I'm a harper.
And you are a harper.
I'm a harper.
But one thing we have noticed is that between AIPAC and the ADL, especially with Mr. GreenBlatt, this has gone to a whole other level. Now, there's two rules of thumb here. We're going to play a quick clip and we'll comment.
Got to be concerned, because these kids on these college campuses, guess where they're going? To your boardrooms. They're going to editorial boards. They're going to the assignment desk of news networks. People who say, death to the Zionists, I wish for that and worse. And if you wouldn't tolerate it, if someone is wearing a swastika on their arm, I'm sorry, you shouldn't tolerate it if they're wearing a keffiyeh.
He actually
That's what
said
I say to that.
Wave it and wave it.
No, and the truth is that I've said it many times, like for me, and as far as what I'm trying to do in the lane that I'm in, this is sort of as incendiary as I can really be. I don't need to give people visual images to use of me in weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not smart. But the idea that a keffiyeh or a Palestinian flag is somehow related to anything that is negative is completely just symptomatic of their bigotry, because there's no logic behind that whatsoever. That keffiyeh, I forget, I know it's got like the wheat symbol, and then there was something else on it. Like, it's the most
the water for the fish.
Water.
So basically,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, people used, everyone wore a scarf for keffiyeh, and the red and white one is Jordanian, and the black and white one traditionally was worn in Palestine. There's like all white scarf in like the Emirates, but basically during the people used it during the resistance or for resistance, so they could cover their face when they're so they're not being targeted like they are now. So we wouldn't need it to be a symbol of resistance if there wasn't something to have to resist. So it's not like the swastika to actually. I'm so glad I didn't see that before, because I'm just like, these things kind of like make my blood boil. But I also know these are like idiots that have their own agenda.
Well, let's be honest. This is one of the bigger problems. We know that GreenBlatt is paid by the ADL over $800,000 a year to do this. So that's a big part of it. And let's call a spade a spade. It's about the Benjamins, baby. The bigger problem is that MSNBC has a panel of 7 people on Morning Joe, and not one of them pushed back, not even a little bit. Didn't even say, well, that you comparing a keffiyeh to the swastika. Is it keffiyeh? Excuse me.
You're trying to say keffiyeh. You're trying to make that up with the Trump thing.
No, it's totally a keffiyeh. That's what I said. It was really great. Really great job. No, we totally have to end this war. It's a terrible war. It's a waste of time, waste of money. Really bad
That's
idea.
a good Trump.
He does Trump.
That's
Bill
a really
Clinton.
eerie good Trump. Yeah.
He does Trump, Bill Clinton, Bernie Sanders, and now you also do RFK pretty well now.
Wait a minute. Did you say that you were married? Did I hear that right? Well, that never stopped me before. So,
that's true.
I'll just keep going.
I know. He has the masks. Like, this is a thing.
But the fact that you put 7 people on a panel and not one of them.
No one said,
But I also think that speaks to the greater issue here, which is going to be the downfall of corporate media, especially MSNBC. They are the people who fund these shows are people who are on board with the genocide.
Right.
So if you have somebody who is good, if anybody says anything, even tepidly suggesting,
you're done.
They're like, okay, we'll find somebody else. That's what happened. Listen, I am not a
pieces. They just want to, have everybody in their pocket.
Well, think about Mehdi Hassan. Mehdi Hassan is not even that great, and even he was basically just trying to point out the obvious, and they're like, goodbye.
Yeah.